The first thing that SOU Athletic Director Matt Sayre and head coach Charlie Hall mentioned was player safety. These guys have not had any true full contact practices in 450 days. We'll start to get rolling here in just a few weeks. And when teams start coming into Ashland, they'll see this banner in center field, a reminder that the Raiders of SOU still reign supreme. The Blitz is back tonight. Now looking forward to a great Friday night of football. So excited to have it back. The only thing that would make it better is if Matt could have held off the rain for a little bit longer, but we'll take any kind of football we can get. Live in Grants Pass, Josh Shelton, Newswatch 12 Sports.
Calling Matt out, and speaking of Matt, we're going to turn to him right now.
A great weekend of softball as the Clash in the Cascades lived up to all of the hype and then some. Cameron at 2-7 in the Southwest Conference. The South Medford boys basketball team won't be making it to the playoffs, but they could help another Rogue Valley team get into the playoffs. It's even better for pets as the sun is starting to go down, the trails are cool, and only people and your furry friends are allowed on this trail. So what do you say, Reno? Let's take a hike. Good evening. Sports coming to you live from North Medford High School, the home of the Black Tornado. You can see behind me, they're gearing up for this high school football season. Kickoff only 10 days away. Now, getting to this point was a grueling journey for these kids, and especially a tougher one for the seniors. It's a dream come true for some players on the Oregon Tech team to step out onto Jane Sanders Field and get a chance to play ball. The Oregon Tech Owls taking on the Oregon Ducks in a 10-inning exhibition match where they learned a lot about themselves as they prepare for another national title run in the spring. That's the goal. Get back to the national championship game again, but this time come out on top. The Owls bring back 7 from last season's starting lineup along with their top 2 pitchers. This weekend's games against Oregon State and Oregon are a chance to test their mettle and evaluate the newcomers.
We know what we want to accomplish, and we know our goals this year. So it's really exciting to see that, and just to see the new girls fitting in so well so early on in the season.
New faces altogether or depth players on the 2021 team stepping into bigger roles. That's what head coach Greg Stewart is evaluating during fall ball.
But what I'm really excited about, Josh, is with having those new players and some of those returners back that I think can step up and fill just 2 roles for us.
Casey Schmidt, who pitched 8 innings in 7 games last season, had a solid day from the circle today against Oregon. Mackenzie Staub pitched mostly last year, but she may see more time at the plate and in the field this season. For completely fresh faces, Stewart singled out 2 true freshmen who could have immediate impacts on the team.
Zoe Allen, who's done a really good job coming in as a freshman, I think could be a spark plug for us. Not only, putting the bat on the ball well and great speed, but defensively she's really proven she's a good, solid outfielder. And then Jenna Gordon, one of our freshman pitchers. We feel really good about having another pitcher of the future, hopefully, to add to our staff. And so she's doing a good job. So those 2 kids, right off the bat, I think are coming in or are looking ready to go.
The Owls will continue this fall season to see how some more pieces fit into the lineup and how this Owls team is going to come together in the spring. In Eugene, Josh Shelton, Newswatch 12 Sports. At 6'8" without skates, Josh Bresnick stands out on the Spartans hockey team. In his 5th and final year of junior hockey, he became one of the leaders of the team almost immediately.
From day one, just his presence in the locker room, it was felt right away. I mean, he's a big guy, a big frame guy, and I think when he talks, people listen. He's not the most vocal leader in the room. He leads a lot by example. But yeah, guys respect him, and he's been doing this for a long, long time. This is his 5th year in junior hockey, so he's been around the block. He's seen it all, and I think guys respect that.
When Josh is in goal, you may notice a green ribbon on the back of his helmet. It's a reminder of Josh's brother, who suffered from a rare blood disorder known as ITP. In November 2012, Ted Jr. passed away after complications caused by ITP.
It was a horrible day. I mean, I remember it like it was kind of yesterday. I was at home and end of school day, and my parents said that, hey, we're going all the way up to Calgary with your brother. He's flying on a Stars helicopter, and you're going to go stay with one of our family friends. It was probably 11 at night when they woke me up and they said, hey, we got to go take you to Calgary, and they wouldn't tell me what for or why. But once I got up there, my mom and dad met me at the doors, and you know, they said my brother was in a coma and that there was nothing they could do to bring him out of it. So that was, it was a really hard day to kind of be like, you know, this is my last day with my brother.
The day he passed, he also saved 5 lives. Ted Jr.'s legacy lives on to this day because the happy-go-lucky hockey fan was also an organ donor. Teddy was the same helpful and caring person he was in life after it.
100%. He was the kindest, most generous guy I've ever got to know, and I was just so happy that he was my brother. You know, he always had a smile on his face. He was always willing to help, and it was awesome.
So Josh hopes to carry on that same kind and giving spirit that his older brother had by raising awareness and getting people to sign up as organ donors.
We're all kind of interlocked and as almost a family going through the same thing, and, you know, giving blessings to the families that received the organs and then helping each other out to grieve with their loved ones passing.
In the Bresnik's mind, being an organ donor is being able to give the ultimate gift, the gift of life. In Medford, Josh Shelton, Newswatch 12 Sports.
Well, if you were watching yesterday, you know Monday was supposed to be a basketball-filled show. Well, gosh darn it, we're going to get our basketball show today, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. You get it. How about some local boys basketball to get it started? The band was bumping tonight at Eagle Point, playing some classics. Oh, yeah.
And COVID told us what we love. And I miss football, and it's coming back, and I can't wait till that wind's blowing, sun's shining, birds are chirping. We're going to fly around and hit people in the mouth.
If that doesn't get you at least a little fired up for football at Raiders Stadium this fall, I'm not quite sure what else will. I probably sound like a broken record at this point, but this SOU football team has waited a long time to get back out on the field. When they step onto that field for the first game, they're going to be hungry. Hidden Valley Baseball also had a chance at a 4A state title of their own up in Aurora. The Mustangs took on LeGrand High School. This one came down to the wire. Hidden Valley down to their last out, down 2-1, bases loaded. Isaac Hill at the plate, and Isaac Hill calls game. A walk-off grand slam from the Mustang slugger. His 10th home run of the season is easily the best one.
College football game night.
Welcome into the Newswatch 12 studios for a jam-packed day of college football. I'm Josh Shelton, flying solo today for the next hour with you. A lot to go over for our local teams today, even with Oregon on a bye week. The SOU Raiders and Oregon State Beavers with big opportunities to prove themselves today in their games, particularly the Raiders. Coming off last week's upset win over rival Eastern Oregon, SOU had the opportunity to beat another ranked opponent, but this time on the road. Anytime a Frontier Conference team travels, it's going to put that team to the test. Spring feels like it's fading quickly into summer, but spring sports are just starting to bloom. And what better way to get the season started than with a little crosstown rivalry on opening day? I'm talking North Medford versus South Medford. Gavin Schmidt on the bump for the Black Tornado. And on the other side, University of Oregon commit Bennett Thompson pitching and hitting third for South, but it was Carson Joe who got the scoring started. The Panther running back can give you 100 yards on the gridiron or rope one up the middle for an RBI. For the Raiders softball team, a chance to reach 30 wins in 2021 with 2 games against the University of Providence today. They won in dominant fashion yesterday, outscoring the Argos 27-1 in just 10 innings. Game 1 getting started before noon in Ashland. Riley Donovan, boom, firepower, the big hitter for the Raiders. But in the third inning, she shows the finesse, laying down the squeeze bunt to score Hannah Shemek and make it a 3-0 ball game. Now, Gabby Sandoval was dominant today in the start, as we've come to expect. One of her 7 strikeouts right there. SOU feeling good, having fun. And then in the fourth inning, a couple of Argos errors give Donovan another RBI chance. Boom, firepower. A missile off the bat for a 2-run no-doubter, the dagger for game 1. Donovan had 4 RBIs, so I asked her which one was better, the squeeze bunt or the dinger. The first question I ask is about why you picked your number, and I am very curious because 11 was my number all the way from as long as I can remember because of Brian Zimmerman, who plays for the Nationals.
Right.
But why did you
Okay.
pick it?
So in high school, I was number 1 all 4 years because that's just my favorite number. But then when I went to Tech, number 1 was already taken. So then I reverted back to my second favorite number, which is 11, because that's the number of my favorite baseball player, Brett Gardner, who is number 11, plays for the New York Yankees, super fast outfielder. So that's why I have number 11.
Oregon Tech uniform combo.
I would have to go with all blue because we look like little blueberries out there on the field.
That is that's the same uniform combo that your two other teammates mentioned. They did not mention blueberries.
Oh, really? No, I always think we're like just like little blueberries out there.